Founders Live is the global venue for modern entrepreneurs, especially during these very challenging times. The direct impact of COVID-19 is currently being felt around the world, and it could get worse before it gets better. We are here to help you through these challenging times by connecting you to the people, information, and resources meant to move you forward as you start your next project.
We see an opportunity to bring the resources and capital and connections to the people that need it and the people that can use it, no matter where they live in the world. My honest opinion is, no matter what the economic climate is in the world, Founders Live can be important. In the good times, when it's booming, we're here to help grow companies and have them access capital that's flowing around the world and really be a fun, great event and global platform that powers entrepreneurship. In the tough times, we actually think we can be the answer, given the fact that if people are actually getting laid off and unemployment starts rising, well, the choice to start their own business is front and center, and Founders Live is right there to help them grow. I believe the secret sauce of Founders Live lies in the combination of these three words: inspiration, education, and entertainment. Inspiration is rooted in the energy and the passion that every single attendee has. The education is the information that we're bringing to people that they otherwise couldn't find. Founders Live Online helps solve entrepreneurs' daily challenges. If you have a question that you're just wondering, like, I don't know what to do here, you simply need to just type it into Founders Live and someone else will answer it right there for you. And the entertainment is the fun. We believe business should be fun, we believe it should be casual, and we believe it should be inspirational. Founders Live is the perfect place for you to connect with other entrepreneurs and to be inspired.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Founders Live. Lagos and Ogun special edition is great. It's great to have every single one of you here, and we're all happy and we're all excited to have you today here with us. It has been a great and amazing time. So here is my co-city leader from Ogun State, and we are all happy to have here with us. So I'm going to introduce Zach. Zach, kindly introduce yourself, please.
All right. Hello, everyone. It's wonderful to be here. Wherever you're joining us from all around the world, it's an amazing opportunity for you to enjoy yourself, have a feel of what we have in stock for you. I'm Zakaria Jaji. I'm the city leader for Founders Live Ogun State. And my colleague that introduced me earlier is Felix, and he's the city leader for Founders Live. So we are having a combined event, and we hope it's going to be a fantastic and amazing event. And we really can't wait to get into the heat of the debate and see how the pitches and how the founders come in and give us the best shot that they have. So it's wonderful to be here. It's an amazing opportunity for you to enjoy yourself, and we hope you have an exciting and amazing event.
Thank you so much, Zach. Thank you for that introduction. We're all happy to be here, and I just wanted to give a quite rundown about Founders Live and how our program is going to be. So I'm going to do a very quick presentation for all of us, and then I hope you definitely enjoy it. So just stay with us, and definitely Founders Live event has always been an event to remember. So welcome everyone. This is a special edition, like I said earlier, Founders Live Lagos and Founders Live Ogun, and it's great to be here today. Can you all see my screen, Zach? Okay. So Thank you in a special way. Like we say, Founders Lab is always powering the pulse of entrepreneurship around the world. And we are so happy that the ultimate entrepreneurial experience and visual competition is happening here once again in Nigeria. And this time, special edition and with Lagos, Founders Live Lagos and Founders Live Ogun State. So we all been experiencing COVID-19, and it has been so terrible for most of us. But definitely, COVID is not the end of the world, and it's the start of a new beginning. And that's why we're here today to share our experiences, to get to support some startups that are building our amazing and supporting our community and making the world a better place. So remember, Founders Live is a global community and a global venue for modern entrepreneurs, and it has so much. And one of the things that we look out for is inspiration. One of the core things of the culture about Founders Live is is the inspiration that comes with it. Founders Live tend to inspire founders, audience to actually get to do more, go out there and be the best we could do, and have that support that we really want to have amazing startups that could come and solve the world's most important need. And secondly, education. We are so much, because for us, like you will see in our program outline, for us it's so much around education, because we want to learn. All of us, we're a community of co-learners, so we're all learning and learning from each other. And Founders Live is that level of education where we talk about for startups, entrepreneurship, and is a platform, whether the live event or online community, is a platform awesome for education, especially. And then also one thing that we always have something special for Founders Live is something around entertainment. For business, a lot of startups is all about getting serious and all that, but we still want to add fun to the workplace. We really want to add fun and have the startups and tech entrepreneurs or entrepreneurs come together and have fun, and that can actually spark some level of inspiration. At the moment, like we said, Founders Live is a global community, and even though it's a global community, it has this presence in the local community. That's why we're having Founders Live Lagos and Founders Live Ogun, and today we're having a combo. So it's something that you just have to be part of this community. It might be your first time to joining or being part of community. It might be one of our amazing community persons, but trust us, you are not going to I regret being part of the community. The community has a visual, it brings people for the online community. It has the vital connection and so much more, like you will get to see. I remember our mission also is to become the industry defining brand for entrepreneurship around the world. We actually want to have that brand that will always be associated with entrepreneurship around the world, that's always out there to support entrepreneurs. I remember this is something that started around 2016, Founders Live Seattle. At today, something that started in 2016, and Founders Live Seattle is quickly expanding around the world. And today we're having Founders Live Lagos, which have been like 2 years old, and then we're having Founders Live Ogun State, and then so many other Founders Live communities around Nigeria, Port Harcourt and Abuja and Owerri, and so many other Founders Live community you have in Nigeria. And currently we are at 62 cities globally and quite expanding. A lot of about 10 to 15 will be probably the next 2 months will be launching their events and the community. So it's something, an amazing community out there for all of us. So, and here we go. This is just to introduce the team, Founders Live Lagos. So I, my humble self, is founder, the host, and the city leader, Founders Live Lagos, and we have a colleague, our Evo city leader, Zakaria Jaji, a co-host here, and city leader, Founders Live Ogun. So now, this is something I want us to highlight. So if you want to drop your comment section, if you actually want to drop your comment section, please do so from Facebook. You're joining from Facebook, you're joining from YouTube. Get to the comment section, and we always get to have. So you have questions, you have contribution, you have a shout out to startups you are supporting. Get to do that through the comment section, and your questions, we will be glad to pull them up on the live stream. Today we're having one of our industry experts, founders in Founders Live Lagos and Founders Live Ogun Special Edition. This is Innocent Nachuku, which will be calling up any moment from now to get to introduce himself. He's a founder and CEO of Green Bros Africa. And we're having Emmanuel Ukoha, the technical consultant, Sapphire Systems Limited, the UK. He's still one of our renowned industry expert feedback personnel that we're going to have in this section today. So going straight to introducing our industry experts, we want to have a very quick side section with them to get to have so much they get to share with us. So, but first, I want to start with Zach. What do you think about this event? Are you really excited?
Thank you so much, Felix. I'm pumped off. I don't know, as you can see, I'm really excited. I remember I was at the last Founders Live event, and COVID has really disrupted a lot of events for us. This used to be a very physical event. I remember the first time I attended Founders Live Lagos. I had to come in person, and we had this gathering, and we had these ambience in the air. It was all enthusiastic. Everybody was having fun. It was exciting. People were coming on stage and making their pitches. But the world has moved away from that because of the COVID pandemic, and we had to adjust. We had to adapt, which is what is expected of majority of startups all over the world. We need to be able to pivot when the environment allows us to. So we have actually pivoted, and we are now moving virtual, which is why everyone is having an opportunity all over the world to see us and actually participate in this event. And our startup founders to be pitching virtually. And we really hope to have an exciting event. Like I said earlier, I can't wait to get into the meat of potatoes, which is the pitch event exactly. And I see the fire brands coming our way from all the startups. And so our industry feedback guest, we are happy to have you here. We know it's an amazing opportunity for you to pitch in your level of expertise and experience and give these startups an advice as to where they should be heading to in whatever areas they might be lacking. So, like I said, I'm excited, I'm pumped, and I really can't wait for us to really start the event. Thank you so much.
So thank you, Zach. Thank you. So I would love if you could just give a kind of a rundown of how our event's going to be, like kind of a program guide, so that our audience and everybody will be in check of what is in stock for us here, and what are we looking forward to.
Okay, so for the program outline, it's a very straightforward thing. We've had the CEO's introduction. I'm sure a lot of us watched the video. That was Nick Hughes, who happens to be the Founders Live CEO. He was giving us a short pep talk about what Founders Live is all about and what we are trying to achieve with this community. So we moved on to the introduction of guests and the industry sparks feedbacks, which is what we are trying to do. Next, we will have the pitch section, which Felix and I will be the ones anchoring. Also, we will be going next to the voting session, and that's after the pitch session. Remember, each of the startups have 99 seconds to pitch, and after that, they have 4 minutes of question and answer, whether from the audience or from the industry feedback experts. So immediately after the pitch session, which is the main reason why we are here, we go straight to the voting session. Now, this is where you get to vote for your favorite startups. This is where you get to actually push them to the top. Whichever startup you think has actually made a heartbeat in your heart and a couple or shook had a sting in your body, just give them their votes. And this is where we can actually differentiate the men from the boys, is by your vote. It's not by what the industry have actually said, but let's try and vote these startups and get them up. While the voting is going on, we have our trivia part, which is where we get to engage the audience. I'm sure we are watching from wherever we are in the world. We get to engage the audience, we ask them questions related that can be engaged to technology, to startups, and of course we are in Nigeria, so we might be expecting questions from Nigeria too. And after the trivia section, we announce the results, and we make sure the founder that actually wins comes on stage for a few seconds to just drop 1 or 2 things, and finally we have a farewell. So in the next, say, 40 minutes, we should be done, and we really hope to have an amazing event, like I said earlier.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Zach, for that. So I want to be introducing the insights corner on the industry. I want to have a kind of a combo on the insight founders insight corner and the industry expert. So I will bring in on board Innocent to introduce himself. Innocent. And Emmanuel. So first, hello, Emmanuel and Innocent. Can you speak up? We can hear you.
Nice to be here, Felix. Nice to be here.
Yes. So
We
sorry for the
are
inconvenience.
super excited. No,
Yes.
no
Good afternoon,
problem. Anything
everybody.
for the ecosystem.
Oh, awesome. So we wanted to arrange something, have around that. So Emmanuel, please kindly introduce yourself.
All right, good afternoon. My name is Emmanuel. Can you guys hear me?
Yes, go ahead, please.
Yes, we can. Yes, we can.
Okay, so my name is Emmanuel. I'm a sound systems technical consultant. I work for Sapphire Systems. So we are into the deployment of FMS and ERP systems. That's just a brief
Okay.
rundown.
Awesome. So I want a Innocent to have a quick introduction about himself, and then we could all go forward, please.
Okay, hello everyone. My name is Innocent Unatipu. Everybody in the industry calls me Prof. I'm the CEO and founder of Greenbox Africa. We're an indigenous startup who's into manufacturing and distribution of portable and affordable solar solutions that are tailored for the African market. Our goal is to democratize the ability for everybody to enjoy reliable and affordable power supply, irrespective of their income class. And this is what we have been doing for the past 2.5 years. And we are still in the game and we are pushing. So we are so super excited to be here. Thank you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for making it today here, and we're all excited. So we wanted to have a kind of a quick questions around to actually kind of pick your brains, because we have two persons here and we just don't want to limit these able experts just into the giving feedback to the industry, to the startups that's pitching. So we wanted to ask, we want to start with Emmanuel. So first, we understand you have had some entrepreneurial experience and there are some startups that didn't go well. So can you just give us a kind of share, share some of the lessons you learned from the entrepreneurship attempts and all that. So can you just share some lessons around that, some of your attempts in entrepreneurship? And then, so Emmanuel, please.
All right. My sojourn into entrepreneurship has been a rocky one. But the lessons I've learned is, first of all, don't give out free stuffs. That's like that's like the basics of entrepreneurship. Don't give out free stuffs. Then your first target audience should not be your friends and family. Well, most times people will tell you you have to sell to friends and family, but I feel for every entrepreneur, your friends and family should be like your safety net. If I try selling to the world and the world is not buying my product, then you have to force your friends and family to buy. So um, those are like the basic things I've learned during my failures as an entrepreneur. Entrepreneurship is not for everybody, as I've come to learn. It's not a fancy title. Like when you tell somebody, "Oh, I'm an entrepreneur," it's not a fancy title. It's work, work, work. So those are the things I've learned, and I think going forward, um, I have one saying: if you don't know it, don't do it. So I think if I should try and go into entrepreneurship again, I would do well to pick out the best brains for things that I cannot do, and try not to look for shortcuts to get things done. If I don't know it, I don't do it. And if I know somebody who can, even if it means paying such a person, I think it's best to pay and get the best out of it. Those are some of the brief experiences I've gotten. Apart from the challenges of being a Nigerian, trying to run a business in Nigeria, obviously that would be a topic for another day. But apart from such, I've learned one or two, and well, in life, we have to just learn and keep going.
Yeah, awesome. Thank you so much for that feedback. So, since this is just for you, we want to also pick your brain in that aspect. So how do you think tech can be another enabler can be an enabler for global opportunities. How do you think that we could use tech to be an enabler for global opportunities? Can we get your insights?
Hello.
Yeah, we
Am I
can hear
still
you
on the
now.
call?
Yes, yes, go
Okay,
ahead,
sorry, I
please.
didn't. I thought so doing your question.
It seems you are breaking.
I didn't get the question.
Yeah, the question
I didn't
I
get the
asked is,
question.
how do you think tech can be an enabler for global opportunities?
I think the incubation system I think is a proven opportunity enabler um, that bridges the gap between local startups and international or global opportunities. So I think we need to embrace and support more of initiatives like Founders Live and other of these um, uh, projects around. I think this is a proven way to link what the local founders are trying to do to global opportunities. So I think the incubation system is a proven system that fills that gap. And I think we should do more of it and support more of it because people like us, like Dreambox Africa, was also a product of projects like Founders Life of incubation programs. So I think incubation programs are a good bridge to that. Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
I think we could hear you, Innocent. I don't know. Is Felix? I think Felix's network is having an issue. Okay. Yes. Yeah. I guess he just left. So yes, we
Okay.
could hear you, and that was a very honest feedback. And the fact that it's still, yeah, I maybe remember. I think it's still developing compared to the United States of America and some other very well developed countries. We are still trying to accelerate majority of our startups here and give them the necessary environment for them to actually thrive and make better use of the opportunities that we have. So if we could actually develop the incubation system in Africa, Nigeria specifically, and make it much more worthwhile, I think we would do a good job ensuring that these startups get to where they need to get to as fast as possible.
Yes, yes. Especially acceleration. I think
Yes.
we are really gone deep in terms of incubation. So I think we need to focus on the area of acceleration, where
Yes.
startups who have proven their business model are able to go into the next stage where they can manage expansions and scaling. I think that's
Yeah.
really where we really need to put more effort right now.
Yeah, I agree with that. Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Yeah.
thank you so much, thank you so much for that. So we want to switch to Emmanuel and ask also to get Emmanuel feedback or what we think is that where would you say the opportunities are currently? Some of these global opportunities, where do you think they are currently, and where would they be in the future? Like what sector are we looking at, and all that you think they will be in the next coming nearest future?
Yeah, thank you very much for that question. I really appreciate it. So, the global outlook I'm looking at, in my own opinion, I would say right now is a very hot market. It's a global skill that it doesn't as you have internet and you have that skill of cloud computing, either AWS, Azure, Google Cloud Computing, IBM. Once you have that skill, you are in hot demand in the market. So that is one. And that skill again that is in high demand is also the field I find myself that has to do with technical consulting or functional consulting in the ERP industry. It's a skill that is not very popular in Nigeria, but it's something that can be learned. There are global providers like SAP, Info, Oracle, Sage. These companies are servicing almost 70% of the Fortune 500 companies, running their ERP system, their financial systems, and the rest. And the companies that are offering these services need workers. They need people who would like to learn how to, operate these applications. I will tell you that where I work presently, out of 10 people, we have in ratio, we have 7 Indians and maybe the remaining three in ratio would be shared among maybe Nigerians, other nationalities, maybe those in Philippines, Mexico, or in the UK or US. Now, why is this so? It is because the Indians have come to understand that this is the skill of the future. So if you go into the ERP industry, they are like the number one guys in terms of numbers. If you go into the clouding industry, AWS solution architect, if you're talking about cloud infrastructure specialists, the Indians are topping this. And we looked into it. I was discussing with my colleague that is also a Nigerian working in the company I work in. We looked into it and said, no, this can't happen. Like, this is wrong. That in as much as we have, skills in India, they are strong, their IT is strong. When Nigerians are trained, we also excel. I'm a Nigerian and I work with this company in the UK, and we are working even much more better than the Indians because we are better coordinated. We have this fighting spirit. But when there are vacancies, when there are internal vacancies, the first question is how many Nigerians know these things? There are few. So I am my colleague who happens to also be a Nigerian, but is based in the UK, while I'm based in Nigeria, but working also there. We now came up with an institute to help train other Nigerians so that they're able to grab these opportunities. The vacancies are much. If you go to your LinkedIn, if you go to your Google, once you just search for maybe Sun Systems technical consultant vacancy or SAP functional consultant or technical consultant vacancies, you will see vacancies scattered all over the world, both in the US, Germany, UK. And they are looking for anybody who can work from any location. So how do we tap into this? It's through skill acquisition, trainings, and the rest. And we also have an
Yeah.
academy that are doing such to train people.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you. So, last question, I want to throw it out to Prof. Just a brief response. Prof, we want to know what book are you currently reading, or what well, I want to know the book you're currently reading, or the last book we just concluded. Once you saw that problem, some of us will just pick it up.
Okay. It's a book by Seth Godin, Purple Cow.
Purple Cow.
Purple Cow, yes, by Seth Godin. The book is amazing. The book is amazing. It really delves down into the startup phenomenon. It's a book I've read quite a number of times anyway, but that's the last book I just read again, to imbibe more of what the philosophy is all about. And I think it fits the startup segment very well, because basically a startup is trying to push an untested model into the world. So, and that is the basic idea of what a startup needs in order to break through. And that is why you see that the failure rate is also much, because in a way, we are actually trying to gamble on something that has not worked before. So, and that is the idea that Godin said. In order to be able to succeed in this thing, that we need to build a purple cow. It means that you need to come up with something the industry has never seen before that solves a problem no one is looking at in a way that nobody is looking at it. So, and that is what is needed for you to really gamble and win at it. So I think it's a book that everybody should read. And basically, the summary of the book is that people build a product and look for customers. Seth Godin said that no, you look for customers and then build a product. In fact, that's the summary of the book. Don't build a product and then look for customers. Look for customers, build what they want. That's how you succeed as a startup.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We really enjoyed this section, and I'm so that the audience out there watching through YouTube and Facebook are still enjoying it too. So thank you for the feedback. So just know that we're all still going to call you back for in the startup pitching and all that. It gives you direct feedback. But now we want to retire you back to your rest, and then we want to call you up again. So thank you so much, and we so much appreciate your info.
No problem.
Thank you. So next we'll be getting on Bumi, who is a lead for Skyfire. So I will iron up with me. So I hope Bumi are ready with us for us. Hello, can you kindly unmute your mic? So
hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. So Skyfire is one of our partners, our media publicity partner, digital partner. If you get to see all our flyers, you see Powered by Skyfire. So they're here to let us know, and then they are a brand in around the digital marketing space. We want to get to hear about what they do. Thank you. Go ahead, Bumu. Hello, Bumu, kindly go ahead. You unmute your mic, please. Bumu, are you there? Kindly unmute your mic. Your mic is muted.
I don't think he can hear you. I think he's muted and he really cannot hear you.
Okay, I think maybe that will be a network issue. So okay, let me add him back. I think he's back. So Bumi, can you kindly unmute your mic and it's having a network issue. So let's just move to the next section. So who will be next? Okay, so first, Zach, are you there? So can you take off from here and get to introduce the next person who will be pitching?
Okay, now this is very interesting. Okay, apparently we have 3 startup founders here today, and I'm sure they are all itching to get ready, and hopefully I'm sure we are going to enjoy them. So the first person I would like to call on, and I hope he is ready, Chidi Amadi of Paho. So Chidi, can you hear us?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me? Hello, Felix. Hello, Zach. Can you hear me? Oh. Hello, can you hear me? Hello, Felix. Okay, I can hear you, Felix. I can hear you, Zach. I don't know if you can hear me.
Sorry, my mic was muted. Sorry, I was talking over here. So thank you for calling my attention to that.
All right. I can hear you guys now.
Yes, awesome. So first, before we continue, I want to briefly get to talk about what the winners package is. So we have 3 persons pitching today, and the winner is going on with this lot of packages and prizes, and I'm expecting that all of us are all excited to know who is going to be the winner today. So we have Amadikwa Joy, and founder and CEO of Clean Tech Hub. And then we have Chidi Amadi, co-founder and CEO of Parkwell Africa. And we have Oscar Josiah, lead developer at Geeks Village. So these are the three startups pitching at this event today. And so we want to give Chidi Amadi the floor to quickly introduce what Parkwell is. And remember, it's just 99 seconds. We just have 99 seconds. So we'll be excited to have Chidi Amadi just kill this page in just 99 seconds. So we're all excited to hear what Chidi Amadi. So we now have the stage. So we're going to leave the stage for Chidi Amadi and then let Chidi Amadi take the stage and get to do the work that he knows how to do best. Thank you, and the time starts.
One thing we all hate as Lagos residents is traffic. If you've ever missed a business meeting or an interview, or you probably got held up in traffic because there is this party going on ahead, and you only to get to the end of the traffic to discover that it is as a result of people who are parked on streets, reducing the traffic, the way to traffic, then you know how painful it is to miss that particular flight only because you're moving around looking for parking. Traffic congestion and inadequate parking is a big challenge in Africa's rising, fast-growing cities, and it is something that everyone sees or is trying to find an end to. Well, at Parkwell, what we're trying to do is to help people find parking seamlessly. We want to also help space owners maximize the use of their spaces. At Parkwell, we are trying to make sure we reduce traffic congestion and get Africa moving, saving us time, productive time, and saving us a lot of money spent or lost in traffic, rather. Along with my team at Parkwell, we are trying to make sure that people easily can book, find parking, and navigate to their parking. I am Chidi Amadi, co-founder, CEO of Parkwell Africa, and we are trying to make parking and mobility a wonderful experience in Africa.
So thank you. That was quite a short and brief one. So I will be bringing on Emmanuel and Innocent into the space now. So we want Emmanuel and Innocent to actually get to have a feedback section to ask the questions that are all important, and then to get that feedback, and most importantly, those questions that you think that what's this guy talking about parking and all that. So you now have the stage. I'm going to leave you and Emmanuel alongside Chidi Amadi to get to lead the section for us. Thank you so much. We have 4 minutes for this. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Felix. I think I'll just get straight to the point. Like you said, I think I'm still asking myself, what is Chidi talking about, and how is he going to do this? I think this is an elevator speech somehow, and I don't think you really highlighted the key point, as in your business model. I don't even know how you're going to do this. You said you are going to help people find parking and navigate. You didn't say how you are going to do this. You didn't say how profitable is it going to be? Is it going to be an NGO? So what's your business model? I didn't get that actually. And then give us a little bit of your financials. How does this make business? So I really didn't get any of this in the pitch. You just introduced the idea. I didn't get how you are going to do it. I didn't get your business model or the basic key stuff, or how profitable is it going to be? How are you going to scale?
Thank you, Innocent.
These are the key. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Innocent. It's fine that you noted there that this is an elevator pitch, so certainly we can't capture every point, like the financials, like you mentioned, but I had to make sure that the problem was highlighted while also giving a one-line solution to what we are doing. So the question you asked, how do we hope to achieve this, is a fine question. Well, on my pitch, I mentioned that we're trying to help people find parking, book for parking space, and also on the other end, help space owners maximize the use of their spaces. Well, now the big question is, how do we hope to do this? It's fine that we have this little more time, so I could give more insight into how we hope to do it. At Parkwell, we're trying to make sure that people, just like a Google map, they can easily, before their journey starts, plan their journey ahead, plan their time, plan their day ahead of their journey. So before you get to that point where you're going to, you can actually book for a space, look for a space, book or reserve a space, and navigate to that space. That way, you don't spend the time we typically spend moving around looking for parking. That time, we end up building traffic.
Okay, Chidi.
Yes, please.
Hello, Chidi.
I can hear you. I'm with you.
Hello. So that we don't waste the 4 minutes. Yeah, so that you can get the maximum feedback on what you would need to. I still do not get how you are going to do this, because do you own the space? How I'm trying to figure out in my head how you are going to pick a space that you don't own and reserve it for somebody who's in hold up somewhere. So do you own the space?
Okay.
How do you plan to reserve a space for somebody?
Okay. So if you listen, I mentioned
I'm listening.
I mentioned 2 target markets or 2 customer segments. I mentioned the one looking for parking and the space owner. So the value proposition for the one looking for parking is we want to help them easily find parking. And for the space owner, we want to help them maximize the use of their spaces. So we don't have spaces, okay? We are not the ones or the owners of these spaces. Rather, we use the existing spaces, okay? We provide the existing spaces to the people looking for parking. So take, for example, your shopping mall with a space. They have 100 parking space. Okay. Now, some people who visit that particular area might not know that there's a parking around there or enough parking for them around there. So we'll make sure that this space owner lists their space on our platform so that people can easily find them.
Feedback. Can I get a little feedback? Okay. Now, in that shopping mall, how do you know the number of parking space that is available? And then you don't own the parking space. The shopping mall owns the parking space. So how do you know which parking space is free in a particular shopping mall? And how do you take ownership of a parking mall that is not yours? How do you direct people to a parking mall that is not yours and obstruct their own customers? How do you plan to do this? First of all, how do you know that there is a space in the parking mall?
Okay, so currently we have space owners already onboarded on our platform. Okay, and we have a system at our back end on our platform that tracks the availability of these spaces, okay, in real time. So at every given time, we know the number of available spaces available, the number of cars that have left, okay, and the spaces remaining. So these are the things we've integrated with the space owners' spaces. So we know at every time, in real time, the number of spaces available and how much needs to be filled.
Hello, Chidi.
Yeah, I'm with you.
Hello, Chidi.
Can I say
don't
something?
want to be oppressing you because we have a limited time. We have limited time, so I don't want to. Let's just maximize that space to get the feedback. I'm not your investor. I'm just trying to put myself in the shoes of your investor, and I am also a tech person. And you are telling me that you have a technology in your back end that tells me there is a space somewhere, and I'm racking my head what kind of technology that would be. You have access to satellites that pinpoint. See, this is a pitch. I could be an investor, but I can tell you that personally, listening to you, I think you still your business model is still not clear. I'm trying to link how profitable it is. You don't have control of these parking spaces.
So
even if you were to secure a spot. Don't worry, let me just give you all the feedback so that this is 4 minutes. Even if you had a space in somebody else's parking lot, you don't have any mechanism to hold that parking lot without any other person having access to it before the person that booked it has come. And also, you still have not talked about the financials. How do you make money How do you make money? And what's your average cost? What's your projection? What's your projection for, let's say, a year of business? What's your projection? Even though I'm telling you that I've not been able to get your business model, frankly speaking, I'm trying to wrap my head around it.
I think we might have to
great.
cut it here. We
uh,
might have to cut it here to have the
on,
feedback of Emmanuel. We have already 3 minutes spent, so we have 4 minutes for this
Okay.
session. So, I think
All
we
right.
will have Emmanuel, but these are important feedback that Emmanuel Innocent is trying to throw up here. So I think you might have the answers, but you might not have the whole time to give back those answers. So let's just jump into the next feedback from Emmanuel. I think, and then we'll proceed. Thank you, Innocent, for those awesome observations and those awesome feedback. Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you very much for the opportunity. Chidi, first of all, I would say I happen to, in the tech industry, I think first of all, your pitch, where it is lacking is in terms of clarity about the type of technology you're going to use. So I would say, in case of next time, you should be using what's like Internet of Things. The Internet of Things is what enables a technology like this that has to do with smart parking to work. So if you are to explain to somebody for the person to get how fantastic your idea is, you have to make the person understand that we are using the Internet of Things. And what's the Internet of Things we're talking? We're talking about things like sensors, then APIs. These are what is used to feedback your system. Do you understand? So I think if you have come through that angle, would have better understood what the technology is all about. Personally, I understand what smart parking is about because in the UK, for example, they have such where before you want to park a vehicle, you are able to reserve your space. Maybe if a building has a parking space, they will list it out on their app, then you can reserve that space. Now, once that space is reserved, let's say you reserve A1, for example, it is locked into the system. The API now sends that information back to your app to let users know that A1 is no longer available. Now, if A1 is to be available for an hour and the person who parked there is spending more than an hour, what the system does is it automatically starts billing for overtime. So some of these things are what, when you explain it to those who are not familiar to smart parking as a technology, it will make them see how fantastic the idea is. And I know how difficult it is to park in places like Computer Village down in Ikeja. Sometimes you can even park on the road and your vehicle gets towed. So it's a fantastic idea. But I would like to know, what plans do you have for those who are not big time mobile users? Who are the car users in Nigeria, in as much as we are used to technologies like Uber, Bolt, and the rest? Some of those people who drive cars are our elderly ones. So, what plans do you have to cover these ones who might not be used to smartphones and the technology that comes with it? And even if they have a smartphone, they are just there to make calls and receive messages. In 1 minute or less, what plans do you have for such ones to cover such markets?
well, a couple of things we can really say for now. Okay, one thing we are sure though is we have to start capturing the market gradually. Okay, so we are focused currently on people who has this problem or who face this challenge. Okay, and who also have access to the internet and smartphone. So while we keep working on the idea, we hope to also onboard users who may not have access to the smartphone or internet.
Okay, thank you very much for that feedback. The only advice I will tell you is that if you're looking at smart parking, anybody who is in the audience can also take time to make research. The market is huge. We are talking about places like Computer Village in Ikeja. You're talking about places like Lagos Island. These are places where even car owners hate driving to such locations because of the issues they have with parking, and towing of vehicles. But it's a fantastic idea from my own point of view. Being Having lived in both cities, and the first city where smart parking works, and Lagos, well, we are not there, but if you're able to push this idea further, I think we'll get there. we are trying to be 21st century compliant when it comes to technology. So fantastic idea. Just brush up on your presentation and the rest. But it's a fantastic idea.
Thank you very
Thank
much
you.
for that feedback.
Thank you, Innocent. Thank you, Emmanuel, and thank you, Chidi Amadi, for that presentation, for that section. So I think we all enjoyed this section. So I think before I go on, I will be calling on Joy Amadi Kwa, so to come on board. But before, so we'll be retiring every single of us back, and then bringing on Joy to have the stage. So thank you, Chidi. Thank you, Zach. Thank you. Innocent, and thank you, Emmanuel. So let's get to Joy Amadi.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Can you hear me?
Yes, you are having two devices on. You are having two devices on, and we are getting an echo from one. Can you hear me now, Zach?
I can hear you. I can hear you.
Okay. Can you hear
Okay,
me?
so yes, we can hear you now. We can hear you now. It's clear and better. So we'll be leaving the stage for you, and then hope you do justice to your pitch. So your time starts now.
Okay. Permit me to share my screen. Um, okay. I'm at for Joy, and I don't know if you can see my screen. So I'm here to present a new tutor website. It's actually a web-based site where that enables us to link both instructors and tutors on the same platform, thereby helping instructors make more profit for themselves, where learners will also get the required skills. Because I've been in a situation where I want to learn something, but nobody to reach out to, and I don't want to try social online system. So the problem we are trying to solve is to find the right instructors and also reach out to a good range of numbers via the instructor aspect, thereby instructor making profit for themselves. So the proposed solution is the new tutor web-based platform that helps to link those instructors together with the students, whereby reaching wider range, and the students also, on the other hand, getting the best instructor and learning the best skills ever they want. This system also, although we have some competitors, and one of the things that as our platform is will enable us to make it either online or offline. So it's the student have to make decision on how they want their lectures to be. And we are analyzing that in the next from now to 2015, the next 5 years, we are going to be making 10 times multiple of our income, because how are they going to make this money? As a student, you come into the system, you sign up and you register your um, select the instructor that you want to search for instructor, select the instructor. Once you select the instructor and reach out to the instructor and finalize on it, you pay the amount to the system account. Once instructor finish a lecture or the process of teaching, we will not pay the instructor the amount of money you give to him, whereby we get every percent of lectures carried out in our platform. So this is how we are going to make money from our system. Also, instructor making their own money from at their own end, and students also getting the required skill sets that they want for themselves. So that's the financial aspect of the financial proposition of it. So thank you. I'm open for some questions if there is. I don't know if I'm behind time and other things. Thank you.
So thank you, Joy. So I will be leaving this for Emmanuel and the prof to do what they know how to do best. Thank you. Over to you, Emmanuel and Innocent.
Joy.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, can hear you.
Hello, Joy. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Thanks for the presentation. I would like to touch on. I think I'm always strong on business model. So, um, how do you plan to scale this idea?
Okay, thank you for the question. So far so good. We have been reaching out to some people, although there are lots of people in the society that knows how to do one or two things, but they are looking for a platform or a system to deliver that particular idea to the people. So we are reaching out to those people and also reaching out to schools, um, maybe teachers and instructors from different schools and different skill sets. And those, hence, you have something to deliver to the society. We are reaching out to them, also reaching out to students and also people within the community and outside the community to also key in with through our system. So we drive more into publicity, both grassroots publicity and social media publicity as well.
Okay, I think I will just leave a general feedback so that Emmanuel can come in. Now,
Okay.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can. Yes, I can.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello, can you
Yes, I
hear
can
me?
hear you. Hello. Yeah, Joy, can you hear me?
Yes, I
Hello.
can hear you.
All right, all right. So I would like to ask, for this platform you're talking about, what is your unique user experience? Like, why is your platform different from every other learning platform that we are used to?
Okay, thank you. And like when I was saying, I mentioned some of the people that we see probably as competitors in the system, and I made mention that okay, in a situation where you want to learn some certain things, yeah, there are lots of online learning platform, right? All right, but at times you want to learn a particular skill, but you need somebody to ask some questions, some basic questions, maybe where you are finding it difficult. So the system now, one system is just to link the instructors and the students. They now book whether they want the lectures to be online or they want it to be offline. You get it? The offline, that aspect that you can actually ask your instructors any question that you want to ask, and the instructor is just your personal instructor. And for that period of time, you booked that person. So that's one of the difference we have with the existing system, which is basically online system. So the difference is that this one we have the feature of online and offline, depending on the student's choice.
Okay, if I'm to give feedback, I would say, first of all, I wouldn't take that as a unique user experience, but I would just put in advice. Now, we are used to systems like Udemy, Coursera, and they also have platforms where you're able to discuss with your trainer, ask further questions, and they'll take feedbacks and the rest. Your target should be, how can you provide a platform that would drive down internet costs? One of the problems that are facing in Africa when it comes to online learning is that the cost of internet is quite high. So how can you beat that? One way you can beat that is by bringing a platform that either partnering with a telecommunications company or something, or trying subsidizing it, the cost of internet or something, that can be a unique user experience. There are other platforms that are providing such. I can't get a hand on it, but I know there's a platform that is partnering with MTN in providing learning platforms for students. But I think that is one way to go. The market is always big. So your focus, if I'm to give my feedback, is try and make sure that your technology is trying to beat down the cost of internet when it comes to online learning. That would be a winning formula for you, because most courses that you want to take online, maybe that has videos attached to them or text attached to them, internet is always a problem. So that would be one way to go. I will I'll use my time to
Okay, thank you very much. I will reflect it.
Hello, Joy.
Hello, I
Hello,
can hear
Joy.
you. Yeah, I can hear you, sir.
Okay, sorry. Internet cut me off. What I was saying that your business model is basically a linkage model. You are linking instructors to students um, together in a marketplace, sort of. So I think you should drive more for onboarding, because that's the critical success factor for linkage models. If I come on, I cannot find a wide range of instructors who cover my courses, then I'm not going to be able to find what I need. So you need to drive more for onboarding of instructors who can provide a wide range of courses and experience for every broad-based user. So that is how you can penetrate the market. So I think you should focus more on onboarding to get more of the service providers on board, so that when students actually come on your platform, they can find a course or an instructor for what they are exactly looking for. The edu sector is so large. The market is endless, and it's also an emerging market. So I think you are in an emerging market. I think the market is there for your taking. So try to as much onboarding of instructors as possible in wide ranges of courses, so that you can be able to address every segment of the market that comes to your platform to look for solutions. So that's my take.
Yeah, so
Okay, sir. Thank you.
thank you, Innocent, and thank you, Emmanuel. So, Joy, you have one question coming from the audience. Emmanuel Ani is asking, what incentive is this, and how do you make profits? So, can you just go ahead and answer? Thank you. Hello, Joy, are you there? Hello, hello, Joy, can you hear me?
This network.
Hello, Joy. Okay, we might have to move to the next section.
Hello.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for the question. One of the incentives, like I mentioned during the session, is for our own platform is we have 30% of any payment made to an instructor. So it's kind of a win-win for the students. And another means of getting more instructors, we decided to look into this referral feature, whereby any instructor that bring maybe another instructor into the system, and that instructor was able to bag a trainee, then he have some percentage based on the money paid to that instructor. So that's a referral phase for the instructors. While for the student, any student that also bring a student into the system, and that student made complete a transaction, that particular student and that brought the referral will have a percentage for himself for this from the platform. This is actually creating publicity and also making income, that kind of passive income from others and for others. And the 30% just is for the system maintenance and other thing required to keep the startup running. Thank you. Hope I answered your question.
So thank you. So this is another question coming on. So just quickly address. We have 30 seconds to respond to this. I don't know how you're going to do it, but you just have to run out of time. So we have 30 seconds to respond.
Is the question for me?
Yes, the question is coming out from Lady J from one of our audience on the YouTube section, comment section, drop this. So you can see the question pop up. So please kindly address it. The question says, what advice will you? Oh, okay, okay. Sorry. So this is not a question. So I probably will have so we'll have I think that question can be addressed later on. Okay, so I think that question will be addressed later on. So would can Prof answer that question for us? I think he's addressing to the panelists.
Well, I think I answered the question already. For every business model that is trying to link two parties together, now in the market segment, there is a variety of customer needs. Now, if I come to your platform and I'm not able to find a product that addresses my issue, I will not use your platform. So the biggest critical success factor for all startups running linkages model is that you must make sure that you cater for all a wide variety of the segments that you are trying to address. Let's say in Udemy, I come to Udemy, I want to learn AI, and I come to Udemy and I can't find a course or an instructor for your AI. You don't make money. So if I come to your platform, will I get a solution for my problem? So you need to drive for the service providers, as much service providers as you can, as much for this section, it's instructors. So you need to drive as much instructors as possible that covers every aspect of what your customers may want to buy from you. So it's driving to ensure that you have a wide variety of service providers. That's the key for linkage models.
Okay, thank you so much. We'll have one last question too, and that's coming from Emmanuel. So what's the medium of instruction? Are you building an e-learning platform? Oh, seems we still don't have okay, think think we can call it we'll stop it here and then we'll move to the next section. We're already running out of time. So I want to bring in Oscar. So and I will be retiring Innocent and Emmanuel for now to have Oscar on the stage. So thank you, Emmanuel, and thank you, Innocent, for that awesome feedback. So now is the time you have been waiting for. That time you feel like these people want to take my whole time. Oh, they want to take my stay time. Now it's my turn, and then it's here to make it happen. So the time is now, and we want to have a stage. We want to give you the stage to do what you know how to do best. Thank you.
All right. Thank you, everyone. I hope everyone can hear me. Okay. Hello.
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead, please.
Yeah. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, you can hear you.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah. For sure, this is far better than watching Heroes or any match that they have on screen right now. So basically, without sales, without making sales, businesses dies. At least every one of us knows that the one thing that kills business is when they don't have sales. So when businesses die, people are retrenched, men are without jobs, and they don't have money to feed their family and so on and so forth. So what we are at Giz Village is we are like supermen with superpowers. We make sure that businesses don't die because we come in between and stop anything that will hinder your business or stop your business from making profit. So what we do basically is partner with SME brands and bring them online, increasing their revenue and profits. So we are into web hosting, web designing, digital marketing, business development. Presently now we boast of over 1,000 clients all over the world. we make sure that what you need to run your business does not go down. When you talk about having an A plus web hosting that doesn't go down, when you talk about having website that loads fast, and or having an app on the space that doesn't consume much space on the phone, so we do that. So we boast of a grade A server, and since we have been running our server, we have never had an issue of it going down. We have maintained that 100% optimization. So what we tell our clients is if they need to increase their revenue, then they need to talk to us for us to provide the tech that they need to come online, to power their businesses and to make profits. So we have presently now we have 13 staffs that include developers, designers, accountants, support staffs, and management. Our vision and our plan is to grow to 10,000 clients before the year 2023. Um, I am just going straight to the point, and I think my name. I have not really introduced myself. My name is Oscar Josiah. I'm the lead developer at Geese Village, and I'll be happy to hear your feedbacks. Thank you, Chidi, and thank you, Zach.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'll be bringing our two giants to get to do justice to what they know how to do. So Emmanuel and Innocent, I'm leaving the stage for you. I don't want to drag this stage for you, so I'm leaving the stage for and then have it and make it what you want it to be.
Okay, Oscar.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
I
Though the presentation wasn't as structured for a startup as I would want, but basically I think business is about profitability and seeing that the business model viable, is viable and it's making profit. Because for me, startup isn't about a lot of talk. If you have over 1,000 clients, whatever is it that you are doing, you are obviously doing it very, very well. And clearly taking what you want to grow upon and having that number of staff already to support that number of clients. I'm really asking. So what's the name of the business? What's the brand? What do I call it?
Gigs Village. Gigs Village.
Big Village. Okay, that didn't
Yeah.
come out so well. That didn't come out so well. So
Okay.
what's your USP basically? Because I know there are lots of
Okay.
web hosting companies out there that also provide 100% server uptime.
Uptime.
So
Okay.
why should I patronize Big Village and not Google Host?
Okay, yeah. Basically, when we started initially, I was among because I was a web designer before as a freelancer before Giz Village was even conceived and formed. So was I always having issues with web hosting platform on today, off tomorrow, on today, off tomorrow. So most web designers also have the same issue. So we wanted to be the first that will not go down. That was the only thing that we had in our mind, because I was tired of explaining to customers that okay, your site is down because of this server, or your site is down because of the hosting. So the first thing that actually motivated us to kick off Giz Village was we wanted servers not to go down, wanted website not to go down. So I wanted to develop sites that people can easily use as optimized. So why you should use us basically is because we are making that promise and we are actually putting our money where our mouth is, which is if your site goes down, we'll refund you the money within that period your site is down. Like if your site is down for 5 minutes and it's our fault, we refund you money for 5 minutes. So if your site is down for 20 minutes, we refund you money for 20 minutes. So you're basically telling you, okay, you can trust us with your content, and if it goes down, if anything happens, we'll refund you the money within that period that it was down. So I
Okay,
think
okay,
that was actually yeah.
okay.
Yes, sir.
So that we don't waste the 4 minutes. So that we don't waste the 4 minutes. So
Okay,
I
sir.
think you need to hold on to that and ring it like a bell. For
Okay,
me,
sir.
every other thing you are saying you are providing, every other basic server out there is providing. I'm also into development, I know, but I have never ever heard of about any web hosting company that will refund you back your money for downtime. Please, this is your unique selling point that probably you are the only company in the world that I know that does this. So make it like a big banner and ring it like a bell and blow it like a trumpet. And I think this is where you stand out. And I think this is what is going to carve you another big niche out in the market as a startup. So I think that's what you should hold and ring it like a bell and blow it like a horn. That's my feedback. But every other thing, as I can see, you are a growing and serious startup organization, and I think you are doing well in terms of your business model, in terms of the clarity on what you want to achieve, and your development matrix. So I think this UPS now is an additional that is really going to stand you out and blow the trumpet. In fact, I didn't know. Maybe I will have to shift to
you switch over.
Yeah. Please, I'm switching over. If you balance my money, I will switch over for that.
Yeah. Thank you.
But Oscar, I would like to ask.
Okay.
This first question I'm going to ask is going to give me a follow-up. Who exactly are your target audience? There's a reason why I'm asking that question. Who exactly is your target audience?
SME companies, small medium companies, entry-level startups. Basically SME and entry-level startups. Yeah.
Okay, now so confirm, is your website gigsvillage.com?
Yeah.
All right. So as we're discussing, obviously, before I can give a solid feedback, I had to look at the company that we are talking about. Now, looking through your since this is not an idea. This does not look like an idea. It's more like a business that is running already. Now,
yes, it's a business that is running already for 13 years now.
So now, if I look at this place where you have standard, boost, and pro, you're saying 10,000 naira build yearly. What does it cover apart from what is listed here? Does it come with a domain name, or is this 10,000 naira just for hosting?
Okay, the 10,000 naira for standard is for hosting. It gives you yearly. It's paid yearly, so you can get a domain for 5,000 for it, depending and actually, so the total cost for if you're getting a standard is about 15,000. So we sell domain. You can search for your domain on Gigs Village as well. We sell domain, but you just link it to your hosting as well. So we are not offering free domain on hosting. Yes, sir.
Okay, Oscar, let me be realistic with you.
Okay.
If we are to list out 10 hosting companies in Nigeria, the reason why I will not put in that 10 is because your costing is way above average. It's way above average.
Yes.
So at a time,
it was intentional.
Yeah, I know. In as much as it's intentional, you have to look at what is your target audience. I design websites at a time, and I know before I will buy a hosting plan, one of the things I look out for is pricing, because I'm looking at my return on investment. Now, the reason why Google Host is number one in Nigeria, which cannot be disputed, one of the reasons is because of their pricing. So if as a businessman, if I'm paying 10,000 naira for hosting and getting 1 gig storage and 10 gig monthly bandwidth, when I can go to Google Host and get cheaper for more bandwidth. For a novice, if you market your business to a novice, well, you might buy into it. But if you are talking to someone who is into tech and running his own business, maybe running a web development business, from a business angle, your pricing is not that viable. Why do I say so? Google Host, for example, they will offer you 2 gig of web space and 10 gig of bandwidth for 5,000 naira. So why should I pay double?
Okay.
10,000 naira.
Thank you for that question. Google Host actually uses HDD. I hope HDD versus SSD. So what we'll do, the main reason why we are able to tell a client that if your site goes down, that we'll pay you back your money is because we use a kind of a clone service, in the sense that our server is based in two locations and we use SSD. So being based in two locations means that we're maintaining two servers in two different locations, mirroring each other. So which means even if this one goes down, this one can be able to sustain you within that period. Or if this one, the power is down or anything, this one can sustain you. Then we're talking about SSD. Most companies who go smart web and all, they use HDD because HDD is cheaper to purchase. HDD servers is cheaper and more affordable. So you can have 1 terabyte of HDD at let's say 3 million or 4 million naira, and whereas you're having 100 gigabytes of SSD at the same price. So they are able to offer you more space that you don't need, because most of the time people don't need those spaces that they are buying. So they're offering you spaces that you don't need, and your site keeps going down and it's not assured. And when you check the metrics and check the timer and grade it, you find that okay, this one is even D or E. Whereas when you're taking Giz Village, the lowest it can go is B minus. So that is what you have to look at. So I know probably to someone that you don't explain this to, person looks at the prices only, but there are a lot of things after the price, a lot of things that comes after the price. And when those things are put in pair with other companies, you find that we are actually charging cheaper than they are charging.
I hope over time your message gets to your target audience.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hope so. I also hope that you also work on your pricing. Yeah, and when you said HDD, SSD, yes, I know the difference between both. Though I can authoritatively tell you that there are also companies that are offering such. Maybe if you go in as a reseller and buy from them, you can offer it cheaper to others. You have, I don't know if you know about Hub 8. You know about Hub 8? Did you ever hear about Hub 8 when they were in Nigeria?
No, not really.
Okay, so Hub 8 was a hosting company that they were representing a Russian company, Reg.com,
Okay.
and they were operating in Africa as Hub 8, as Hub 8. But over time, the business was sold to GigaLayer. You can also do a research on that. I'm just giving you feedback that is helpful. Over time, it was sold to GigaLayer. So GigaLayer is now the company that is handling both the existing customers of Hub 8 and new customers. Now, if you look at their servers are also on SSD, and the cheapest they have is around 8,000 naira. Now, who are they buying from? They are buying from reg.com. And what does reg.com offer? You can do well to do your research. Reg.com offers one of the cheapest that you will get, and their servers are run on SSD. They have a very fantastic customer support. So if you do well to make your research, pricing should be one of the places. See, I'm talking about our local market. A typical Nigerian, no matter how good your product will be, once the price is not sounding right or sounding affordable, they will not answer you. If you like, tell them why SSD is better than HD, they will tell you, see, I will continue using that HD, I will manage it. So your pricing, in as much as you want to offer premium, your pricing should be attractive. Your pricing should not scare people away. Yes, you want to offer value, but the times we find ourselves now, people are looking at how can I make the biggest return on investment for any money spent. So pricing should be what you're looking out for. So these sites I've given to you, reg.com or reg as reg.ru, you can make your research, look at their pricing, apply to them how you can be a reseller here in Nigeria, and trust me, the sky is the limit.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we have a
Okay, Oscar.
question, just a quick
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
I think
Yeah,
I think we are running out. We are running late already. So
yeah.
but we have a question here from Lady G. She's asking, how did you build your customer base? What's your expansion plan in terms of clients and infrastructure? I think this expansion
Okay.
plan might be very tricky, for you to answer because you like giving so much information out to the public. But now she's now asking what differentiates you from other solutions like this out there. I think this question has been answered. I think you have
Okay.
answered that at the time. So I think we can just address the one of how did you build the customer base? Since we
Okay.
already
I actually started web designing out of school. Immediately I came out from school, went into banking, came out from banking, went into web development. So I started web development 2009. So I had customers already before we wanted to even move into hosting basically. So we just we just put the client that I had at hand, which was around 100 plus. So, and we run aggressive marketing. When we talk about aggressive marketing, we talk about online marketing tailored to the people that actually need it. And we talk to a lot of SMEs on a daily basis, and that's why we have support staffs that are actually able to go out, meet one on one with clients that probably have not even come online or that are looking to come online and stuff like that. So most of the time we end up having to build the site, then maintain it and then host it. So it solves two problems. It actually makes us two money in the sense that we charge them for website, then keep them on our platform. And since we are also running a fantastic service. They get to refer us to more and more and more and more of their friends and family. So sometimes you go a month without even needing to do aggressive marketing because you have referrals coming in from left, from right, from people that are actually satisfied with what you are doing. So that's how we're able to like come up with that. So touching with what you just asked, how do we plan expansion? So we are looking at partnering with other businesses and probably in the future because our target is 10,000. Because if we're not able to get 10,000, we will not consider ourselves profitable in a way, even though we're able to pay salary and all stuff like that. So if we're able to get to the 10,000, which is the holy grail of hosting, that's when you will now be able to now sit down and say, okay, we have gotten to that stage, whether you want to sell off or you have a
yeah.
lot of
So
things to start
uh,
thinking about that.
yeah. So I think last question we'll be taking now is what's the infrastructure is coming from Emmanuel Ani? Is your infrastructure built on? I don't know. Would you want to give that? Is it
Okay,
something?
I won't want to give I won't want to give that out. I won't want to give but our but
Yeah.
what we actually do is we actually mirror our I think I'll give you what is on the public space. We run SSD and we mirror our servers. So basically that's why we are more expensive and that's why probably we don't actually sell like Google sells because Google sells at I'm using Google because it was an example that was brought forth initially. So not be as if I'm talking about their company. So but we are using we can't say it like they do because we can't afford to do that in the sense that we are giving that assurance and that assurance is actually the main selling point when we have meetings with customers. And we also do dedicated servers and so on and so forth. So I think that answers that question
Yeah.
on infrastructure. Yeah.
Yes. So yes, I think that actually answers response. So I think we were trying to thank you, Innocent. Thank you, Emmanuel, for the section, and then I think
Thank you, Innocent and Emmanuel.
yes. So it has been quite an awesome video for all the startups pitching. It has been an awesome drill of all the startups pitching, and then we'll look forward to that section where we will have so much of voting and all that. So, okay, so I will be calling on having my city leader from Ogun State coming in to take off some of a few things. But first, I want to highlight a few things. So one of the things that I wanted us to highlight is on the voting. Now we're going to that point when we need to make that hard decision, and when we need to make that decision to vote for our favorite startup that pitched today. So so this is what it looks like. So we are having a vote. So if you have a barcode, you could use the barcode to pitch, and then or you could use the link on the could use the link here at lagosvoting.founderslive.com. So you could use that, and I will drop this link on the comment section also. So you'll be able to you'll be able to vote. So at this point in time, we'll be giving out about 5 minutes to vote. While we all vote, we still want to have a kind of a trivia question section that Zach will be anchoring in making sure that we achieve that. So this is a voting time. Like this is the time we want to know who is the winner, who is the show face for Founders Live Lagos Ogun State Special Edition that we're hosting today. Like it is that time that we most of the audience want to make sure that we make that choice. We have had this drill from startup pitching today, but we want to get that voting coming through now. So I will be dropping, or I would think I will drop it on the comment section, or Jack can drop that on the comment section to all the startups, to all the audience to pitch through. You can just type it out and send, or they can pick it up on the screen here. I think that will go along. So now I'm handing over to Zach to lead the sections, and then I will get to and talk about the trivial question section. Zach,
Okay,
over to you.
Thank you so much, Felix. I'm sure you've had a very interesting session with our startup founders, and now it's time for and actually the startup that you think merits your vote in terms of being convincing enough of what you think is the startup that makes a lot of sense to you. So while the voting process is going on, we would engage the audience. It will take probably a minute or two to vote, but what we are doing in the back end, some trivia questions just to keep us engaged. And these questions are actually very simple. Just to pick our brains. Let's see some of us who are very versatile with the tech world and are saying, being very conversant with what is happening. So the first question, it's a very simple. Well, don't let me say it's very simple, because simple can be quite relative. But I think it's a question that I think we will be able to answer. So the first question is coming right up the screen, and it is this. What is said to have been the biggest startup acquisition in Africa? So if you know the answer, drop your answer in the comment section, and of where we are streaming from. If you are able to get it, we would put it up on the screen. I would acknowledge the fact that you actually got this right. So I'll just give some maybe 30 seconds or 45 seconds to allow us answer that in the comment sections before I show the answer. They can now take it up from there. So what is said to have been the biggest startup acquisition in Africa? So I think for those of us that are conversant with the startup world, we should be able to answer that. So while we are waiting for you to answer that, like I said, the voting is still ongoing, and we hope you'll be able to vote for the startup that has actually made your day in terms of their pitches. So, first, has there been, have people been answering? Okay.
No response yet. No response yet. So I think okay.
Yes. So, that's not asking. Has anybody answered? Did anybody get the answer?
No answer from the audience. It seems something that it's an easy one, but still like some people might be like the question was phrased in such a way that
this is okay. But this is one of our own. I think acquisition of Paystack was one of the biggest news of 2021. and it's one of the biggest application startup in Africa. Stripe's application of Paystack, the likes of Ezra Olubi and Shola Akinlade, who happens to anchor the M's of Affair at Paystack. So we would go to another one. Probably I'll go to a very simple one now so that I think everybody can participate. So this one is for everybody. Everybody should please drop their comments. How many LGAs are there in the country of Nigeria? So we'll be expecting your answers. I think this is a very general one. So we hope to see some very interesting comments. How many LGAs are in the country of Nigeria? That's local government areas. So let's see who is conversant with the Nigerian environment and knows the intricacies of what is happening in Nigeria. So I don't know. Felix, are we having answers before we reveal?
I think we might need to pause. I think we might need to pause to allow. Okay. Emmanuel gave an answer 776, and Innocent gave an answer 774.
Okay, so should we still allow for some time, or should we just show the answer now? Because I guess we don't really have much time.
Yeah, you could go ahead and show the answer, because I think one of the things that people aren't responding because people are probably busy trying to punch.
Okay.
So they are really busy trying to vote their favorite startup. So because it's really a kind of big competition out there. So it's something that a lot more want to get there. So we might want to let's keep going on. But I think we can pop up the answer. I think
so. For that one, the answer is 774. I think.
Hooray! Innocent got it. So
innocent, congratulations. You were right. You hit the bullseye on that.
Yeah, okay, it seems Emmanuel wanted to add more to local government for Nigeria. He says 776.
So
yeah.
So let's say this one will take a bit of time. So I'll just put this one up there for everyone that is voting. So take our time. This is a very general question. As of 2021, which company is the richest tech company in the world? As of 2021, which company is the richest tech company in the world? We'd like to hear your answers, and if you are done with voting, if you are still trying to vote, okay, keep trying to get your hands on the voting link and getting the startup notified by putting in your votes. But if you are done with that and you think you have an answer, okay, I think I can see Prof. Innocent here is already answering. I think he is really itching his finger. I think he missed the first one. Okay, I got the first one actually. So
yes.
Okay, I think I have Apple from Innocent here once again. Okay, I don't know. In the comment section, do you have any other person? Probably people that are watching us on YouTube. Do you have any answers before we?
Not really. I think it's really seemed that I'm quite intense trying to vote.
Okay, all right, that's interesting. I guess we would have to just move ahead and. So at 2021, the richest company in the world is Apple. Market cap $2.169 trillion. That happens to be the most valuable company on earth right now. I think it's followed by Microsoft, then it's now followed by Amazon. But those guys, you can see that the guys in tech are really digging it. So for our founders out there, you should not lose focus. I think tech is where the money is. So if you are diligent, if you are, very, very resourceful and keep on pushing, maybe we will get there. Who knows? One of these is maybe one of the people that picked that founders that get acquisition from one of these big companies, like the way Paystack was acquired by Stripe. So this is a very interesting one. So we want
So
to
I just added Emmanuel and Innocent. Probably maybe it can be the competition between Emmanuel and Innocent this time around. Since the audience is quite busy,
Oh, okay.
so they can they can turn the show off.
Okay, so should we make it audio? Okay, so this one is going to come straight at you. It's going to come like a missile. So let's see between Innocent and Emmanuel. Let's see how. No goggling. I know I can't see, but no goggling. So, which company did the founders of YouTube work for before starting YouTube? Which companies did the founders of YouTube work for before starting YouTube?
That's quite a tricky one.
Yes, So for
do we have
audience,
options?
no options.
Do we have options?
No options.
No options. No options.
No options. Because if you give you options, it will click in your brain and immediately you get the answer.
I think it was Google. Yeah.
Okay.
It was Google.
Is that Innocent?
Yes, I think.
Innocent is Google.
Emmanuel.
Okay,
So startups that pitch is saying Google.
Okay, Emmanuel says he doesn't have a clue. I mean, Innocent says he doesn't have a clue idea.
No.
Okay, Emmanuel Ane is also saying Google. Chidamadi is saying Google. So I think Okay, Innocent so no clue. Okay. So we might need to call it up to know who got it.
Okay, so this one is going to shock everyone. It's going to restrict your airflow. Sorry. So the answer is PayPal. So remember the PayPal mafia, guys. If you remember the PayPal mafia, founders of YouTube work for PayPal, and there was this PayPal mafia. These guys went on to create LinkedIn. They went on to create YouTube. Some of them went to find Elon Musk went on ahead and started finding Tesla. Yeah, so the PayPal mafia actually went into doing so many things. They were the mafia of Silicon Valley, and a lot of them later left PayPal to go and do great things. And it was, I think, in Elon Musk's autobiography by Ashley Vance, he mentioned how the PayPal mafia actually spread out. And I think nobody got that answer. So I'm sorry, it was a very tricky one. I intentionally took it out so that I could pick your brains. So all right, so let's make it more easier now. Let's have a general one that I think everybody should be able to get. So this one is coming right to you now. Name the two Steves that founded Apple. The two Steves that founded Apple. I think everybody should get. I think everybody will get one of them. I'm very sure. If you cannot get the two,
just a kind of a highlight. We have about just 1 minute to end the voting section.
Okay.
1 minute extra to end the voting section. So if you have not voted, please go and do. And we'll show the result live.
Hello, guys.
So okay.
Hello.
Yes, Emmanuel, go ahead. Okay. I think. Sorry. Zach, can you repeat?
The network threw me out. The network threw me out, but the answer is Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs and Steve. His name starts with W, and it's a Polish name. Wanowski, or what is his name again, sir? Steve Wanowski.
I think from the comment section saying Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak.
Emmanuel got it right. Steve Jobs and
Steve Wozniak. And then we're having Rita Egu, two of them from the comment section, Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak.
Yes,
so awesome.
Yes. Awesome, guys. Steve Jobs and Steve Wozniak, 1976, they founded this great company called Apple, and this company has been making strides ever since then. Okay, so I think Felix,
it means we're saying it means that if you want to have a startup, find a co-founder that has a name starting with S or probably Steve. Maybe that might do the wonders.
Yes, so it's very possible. Very, very possible. Okay. So I don't know. Felix, are we rounding off with the voting session, or should we still have maybe one
Yes,
more?
so the results are coming out. So am I going to stop sharing my screen and share my screen to have the live results? We reload the page and then we get the results out. So it's really gonna be exciting. So a minute to come up with the results page, and then we're going to do oh okay. So I start sharing, and then we'll do the last refresh and to know the last thing that showed up. And last oh wow,
Wow.
wow,
Okay.
that's massive. This is massive. Wow,
Okay.
wow.
So we
Chidi,
have a
since
winner.
you brought in battalion here, like wow. That's also, so we had 23 persons voted. That was quite low. We're expecting more, but that's fine. And then we had 19 for Parkwell and Claytech Hub 2 and Geeks Village 2. So, and then here we have our winner being Parkwell. We
Parkwell.
have
So
our
our
winner
winner is being
our winner
Parkwell.
here today is
Is
Parkwell.
Parkwell.
Awesome. So
Okay.
we will give
Congratulations
up.
to Chidi.
Yes, go ahead.
I said congratulations to Chidi. Although like I said, I was struggling with this presentation, but I guess the audience were able to see more into what he was trying to say than we here. But congratulations to Chidi once again. Parkwell, you've done very well. And that was a landslide victory. 19-2 was not Vince, and I think it's going to be very difficult to contest that. So, like I said again, congratulations to Chidi.
Yes, so congratulations to Chidi, and our winner is Parkwell, the CEO and co-founder named is Chidi. So we're bringing Chidi to have now to have 3 minutes just to give a kind of a round out of what his own startup and his more thoughts, and then let's get this work. So Chidi, you have the floor.
Yeah, hello. Can you hear me? Can you guys hear me?
Yes, you can. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, it's an exciting moment here for me and the Parkwell team. We really appreciate everyone who voted out there, and we thank you, the experts who also gave us their feedback. Beautiful feedback would also work on those feedback. Thank you guys. Thank you everyone. Thank you Founders Live for this opportunity. It's a pleasure being here, and thank you, my fellow pitchers, Gigs Village, and sorry, the other name, Amadikwa. I think I remember that name. sounds like my last name too. So sorry, I just your start of skip my head. All right. Thank you guys for this opportunity again. The Parkwell, on behalf of the Parkwell team, want to say thank you for this opportunity. Thank you for voting us. Thank you for believing that we are trying to do something worthwhile. And yeah, on the advice given on being more clear. I mean, working on clarity on the idea. We surely would work on that and improve on that. Yes, and Innocence, beautiful feedback and advice you gave us there. Fortunately, the time wasn't enough for us to give you more details. But yeah, we would love to share more details with the prospective users and investors who might want to show interest in investing in Parkwell. Thank you once again for this opportunity.
Yeah, thank you, Chidi. Thank you, everyone. Thank you, Joy. Thank you, Oscar. Thank you, Chidi. So, just like we all know in Founders Life pitches in anywhere in the world, every person that pitched this doesn't go out outrightly with empty hands. So this is like right on the screen, we're having winners package and we're having all presenters package. So we have a lot more, so much more to give, and to it's a continuous process. Something I really want to point out is, boy, whether you're part of the alumnus from Founders Life, the people that pitched, and or you are part of the audience. Founders Life is a community. So whether you are an entrepreneur or you are working for corporate and all that, Founders Life is actually a community, global community. You can go to founderslife.com and get peruse the platform and get to have so much about the community. You can join free of charge, or you can even have a that's paid membership, but you could actually have access to good level of the of the platform free of charge, and then have to meet a lot of people. There's so much things to network, and there is a lot more to get. So I will want to keep allow Zach to give some final words from his own end, and then I have our industry experts throw in some lights also.
All right, thank you so much, Felix. Rounding up, I hope we've been able to show you, the audience, with the little we were able to bring onto the table. I hope to see you next time. This is just to give a shout out that we had to have this collaboration event because we felt needed to give Founders Life Ogun State the publicity. We know Founders Life Lagos is the headquarters of Founders Life in Nigeria, so we have to give honor to whom honor is due to our amiable host Felix. But Founders Life Ogun State just started a couple of months ago, and we want to use this opportunity to reach out to people that have startups in and around Ogun State that would like to pitch. When we start having our own subsequent events individually, not probably in conjunction with Founders Life Lagos, to come in and take advantage of this opportunity to relate with industry experts, give people the platform to know what you are doing, enjoy what you are doing, give their own contribution as regards what you are doing. So once again, thank you so much for your patience, for the people that still till the end of this. We really appreciate you, and we hope to see you at the next Founders Live event. Thank you so much.
Awesome. Thank you, Zach. As Innocent, over to you. We want to get to have the bombshell from you. What's your last words at this event today?
Well, my last word always at events like this, winners, it's not winning this event or whatever happens in this event, it's a starter, and it's not a conclusion on whether your idea is viable or not. So whatever is your lot, what is important from this event is that you take the feedback and work on your startup. In many editions of things like this, people who have even gone ahead to become big brands are people who came from the bottom of the pack. So I think everybody must focus on the feedback and work on their businesses. That is how business become world brands. Go out there, solve real life solutions as cost effectively as possible, and gain sustainable users. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you. So we want to hear from Emmanuel. Please, Emmanuel, over to you.
All right. I want to say big congratulations to Parkwell, and congratulations to everybody who participated. The tech industry is quite new, it's quite big. So no matter where we find ourselves, always pay attention to your local environment. We want to make sure that any technology, any idea you are bringing in is something that will benefit majority. Obviously, this is just the beginning. There's much work to do. With these packages I'm seeing, both for the winners and the presenters, it means you have a lot of work to do. And I hope and I pray that the same passion you had in presenting your idea, that same passion will burn you further to, push your idea to the next level, scale it up. The world is waiting for your ideas. The world is waiting for your technologies. They want to explore. We want to explore it, want to use it. So I hope you guys continue to put in your best. See you at the summit.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. So thank you, everyone. Thank you. Just know, always know that Founders Life is a global community, and you could always be one of the things that COVID-19 has done. When I say for us positively and impacted negatively, is we have to move the our physical event to virtual. But now we are trying to return back to physical, but we don't want to relate virtual because a lot of people have been able to experience this Wonders Life because it went virtual. Now we are moving gradually. Many cities across the globe is gradually moving the events which Founders Life in Nigeria, cities in Nigeria will start looking at in subsequent months. So we'll be moving physical to have that physical network event in different cities, whether it's in Lagos or Owerri and all that. But though this is Founders Live Lagos now in collaboration and in special edition with Founders Live Ogun. So now we'll be having possibly we tend to have our physical event, but at the same time we don't want to disconnect with our virtual audience. So we always want to look up to having a combined both physical and then televising or streaming online for our virtual audience. So thank you so much. Thank you so much. And I will say love you all, and it has been an awesome time having this. So thank you for joining in, and good night or good morning or good evening, depending where you're coming from or where you're joining from, because I know we have a global audience here today. So thank you and bye-bye.